Hello, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be doing the completion review of and the kitting down of this diamond painting here. This is Fragility by Anne-Marie Bone. I got this from Dreamer Designs during their Black Friday sale for $32.67, and it is a 60 by 60 with 51 colors. These were our squares. This thing came with 5 ABs. And this took me 26 hours and 59 minutes to complete over 8 days. So this was my Valentine's Day picture. I figure, hey, it's a rose with pink and it's dripping because, I don't know, I'm single, so this is the Singleness Awareness Day for me. So yeah. What did I write? So I thought the rendering was fine. Some of the symbols were a little dark. So that just probably meant I had a tiny bit of a hard time seeing them. I thought the stick was fine, the canvas was fine, the drills were resin, and there is some gapping. So, here it is. It's a big one. I think it's mostly on screen, right? So here it is. So let's see, compared to the original picture, move this off to the side. And so I think compared to the original picture, it does look a little bit more red. Like the original picture was a little bit more pink, I think. But either way, this was actually pretty easy to do. There was a lot of color blocking. I liked the vibrant colors because it's my type of thing to have the vibrant colors. And yeah, it was fun. I think if it wasn't such vibrant colors, I might have found this a little bit boring just because of the massive amount of color blocking. I didn't add anything because there was a large amount of ABs already. I thought, like, there's a white AB already, and I think there was like a yellow AB here, and then there's a pink AB, so I just didn't want to add more when there was already several. But yeah, here it is. I mean, it looks like a rose. My one thing that criticism I have for this is not really a criticism of this, but a criticism of the fact that I feel like there is no need for this to be a 60 by 60. This could have been smaller. Like, so if you're new to diamond painting and you're like, what size should I get? Well, in like companies like Dreamer Designs, there's no choice. You pretty much get the size that they're going for. But normally when you only have one thing like this, there's only one flower as the focal point, I just don't see the reason that it needed to be a 60 by 60. This could have probably been a 40 by 40. And while you wouldn't have as much definition, it would have been, I think, still obvious enough what it was. That's my one criticism, mainly because, I mean, I've done whole landscapes that were 60 by 80, so just maybe just a little bit longer than this, and they turned out fine, while this one is just, you know, just one flower. It had no reason to be 60 by 60, and I think if this wasn't on sale, because I think at the time it was Black Friday, and this was also on sale on top of the Black Friday sale. So if it wasn't for that, I might not have gotten this, mainly because of the size. But since it was on sale and I was like, hey, this could be a Valentine's Day thing. And but yeah, like I said, that's my only criticism of this, that I feel like it was unnecessarily large. It was really easy. I mean, 26 hours and 59 minutes. It's probably about as much time as I take to do some 40 by 50s maybe, but because of all the color blocking on this one. But yeah, that's my main thing is, if you've been following my channel a while, you might notice I don't tend to go do the very large ones all the time. I do sometimes, but my favorite size is like the 40 by 50 size kind of things because I don't feel like it takes forever to do. And I mean, this one didn't take forever to do, but still, I just think it could have been done smaller. So that's my one thing. And I do notice a lot of companies do this where they make them big. I mean, it looks awesome. I'm not saying it doesn't look awesome. I just felt like it was unnecessarily big. All right, so since reviews are short, because really, how much can I say about this? I'm going to do the kitting down section. So I'm going to pause so I can set up my kitting down stuff. Okay, so now I have my setup for kitting down. So if you're new to diamond painting, what I'm doing is I'm putting away the spare drills from this finished diamond painting. So I have 4 of these photo boxes. I do have my squares and rounds separated just because I have this like probably very, very real fear of accidentally putting my rounds in my square bag and vice versa. So I have never had them in the same box. So I have a card for every color. I have a sticker here that has the DMC code, and if you're new to diamond painting, when you see on the legend, you usually see something like a number this, and this is usually just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like just the colors, and then you see a symbol, and then you see another number here, and that number there is the DMC code. Why won't it focus? That number there is the DMC code. I had to restart my video there a little. So yeah. I have a card for every DMC, and then I have an equivalent bag for that color. So yeah, and the diamond paintings should match these colors. The leftover drills should match. When I say should, it's because I've done too many diamond paintings where they don't match. It's fun times. And sometimes it's difficult to see if it matches. So this is just a spare bag that I cut up so that I could color match, because when it's behind the plastic, it has a slightly different color. Just need a piece of junk mail to put my labels on. So my containers are in order of, oh, this is an AB, I'll do that later, are in order of like symbol, so they're not in DMC order, and that's why I have all my boxes out. And I could pour it directly into the bag, but sometimes it's actually harder for me to do that than to pour it into the tray, to pour into the bag. 720. Oh, there's some static. I actually really liked these containers, so thank you, Jeanette, for sending them to me. I bought actually another container, not the same one from Temu, to test it out. It just came, at least for me, it just came to me yesterday, so I haven't, I'm pondering whether to unbox on channel or not. Man. This one, there must have been some static. But it's a similar one to this. The containers are smaller than this, but the outer container looks the same. $3,761. $3,819. I also pour it out here so that I could compare the colors. $3,805. So, if you're new to diamond painting, you're like, what do you do with the leftover drills? I've actually been using them, so I don't just collect them for fun. Although I do collect them for fun, but I don't just collect them for fun. I've been doing cross stitch patterns as diamond paintings because cross stitch uses the same color coding as diamond painting. In fact, they did it first. So if anything, cross stitch doesn't use the same color scheme as diamond painting. It's diamond painting that uses the same color coding as cross stitch. So if you've ever seen like some listings for diamond paintings, sometimes some of them say cross stitch on them too, and it's confusing. Because I know it was confusing. And you're like, why does it say cross stitch on it? It's probably because at some point, some person was like, oh, we could do little individual plastic pieces instead of yarn or something, or whatever they use in cross stitch thread. And do diamond paintings instead. So diamond painting grew out of cross stitch, if anything. $9.47. So, what I actually have in the individual into have little barriers between, it's just actually some poster board. depending on how big your box is. Some people also have used foam board in the middle, but my box pretty much fits these bags exactly. And these bags are 2 by 3 inch bags. And the cards I cut myself. These ones, like, I have a set that I cut with my silhouette. I have a set that, I think I have 2 sets that I cut with my silhouette, and then I have this one set. No, wait, I think my brown is the one that I have the cards cut by my silhouette. This is the set that I have cut myself. This is, yeah, I just cut up cardstock using a paper cutter. And they're still fine, so that's why I have not replaced it with, like, nicer ones where... Because if you see my other box, the dividers on those ones look so much nicer than them, because that was my laminated cardstock that I cut with my silhouette. The cards are... That's an AB. The cards are beautifully cut. This one is humanly cut. So... It took a while, and they're not all the same size exactly. They're good enough. Okay, those are ABs, so I have those in a different place. 3, 8, 5, 2. I don't know if it seems like I have so few extras because the container is big, or I just really have not that many extras. Because sometimes in the smaller containers, it seems like, oh, okay, I have a decent amount of extras, but when you're like seeing like, oh, look at how few there's left, you feel like, oh, I don't have any. It looks like you start running out. You feel like you're gonna run out really early, while like in the smaller bottles and stuff like that, you're like, ah, I still have plenty to finish up the last a bit. Yeah, that's the same color. Six, 6. Three, 6, 09. Yeah, I was thinking it looks a little bit a different color, and it is. I don't know if you could tell, depending on how much my camera will differentiate. Nope, you can't tell. But yeah, this one was just slightly different than what's in there. Oh well, too late. I'm not picking it out. But I guess it wasn't different enough that it wasn't that obvious until I poured it in there, and I was like, ah, it's a little off. But I figure if it was that hard to see the difference, then in a diamond painting, you won't be able to tell the difference that much. Especially if it's in a confetti section, as in there's not that much color blocking. You might be able to tell in the picture that I'm kitting down now, because it had a lot of color blocking. Okay, this one has some static. I think it matches. Yeah, it does. See, I can see the static in this one already. 906. Up. I must have this kitted up in one of my cross stitch conversions, because I think I have several cross stitch conversions kitted up. I don't even know how many I have kitted up. I could probably start like naming them, but then I'll probably forget because I have a lot of them kitted up. One is 65. I need to work on finishing up some of my cross stitch conversions. Although I finished, I haven't shown it yet, but finished, so this was finish number 455 since I started diamond painting, but this is my second finish of the year. But my first finish was actually this one. I haven't shown it yet, but this was my botanical cat from Heaven and Earth Designs. And I was going to show it when I kit up the next picture of that series, because I had, if you saw when I kitted that up, it had like a bunch of cat pictures. It was like a cross-stitch pattern that had a bunch of cat pictures, and in fact, and then I'm doing each little individual cat picture separately. What's awesome about that is it's small, so I'm able to get it finished in like a couple hours. I mean, not, you know, it doesn't take me like weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. I'm able to finish it relatively quickly. But yeah, I was kitting those up like one by one, so I wasn't kitting up the whole thing, because that way I'm not keeping the drills hostage. Because I was at some point where I'm like, oh, I need this color, so that I was just taking it from one of my other cross stitch conversions that was kitted up. I'm like, well, it's gonna take me a while to finish this other one. I'm just gonna steal some from here so that I can finish this one. Yeah. $7.41. I actually have a good chunk of this one left. $9.04. I'll barely have any of this. Looks like not much. $3.21. Okay. 3.801. $3.820. $8.90. $2.10. Okay, I have two shades of this. This one's much lighter than that one. Why can't I tell? I think it kind of looks like this one. Yeah. Okay. $6.99. Seeing all my drills here, I'm like, huh, maybe I can get up another cross-stitch conversion. Yeah, nope, I have too many. I need to finish the ones I have. Kitted up already. Too many. $9.05. Three, 8, 2, 3. Okay, 702. So far, they've actually been pretty decent matches for my current drills. So that's a good thing. Because sometimes I have like 4 bags in each color. Three, 6, 0, 8. Okay, different shades. It's this one. $209. Okay, 2 shades. $10. 600. $4.98 red. $9.15 here. Okay, now my ABs. I'm gonna pause to get my stuff. Okay, got my boxes for my ABs, and then I don't know if you know my bottles. My ABs are in here too. Just realized the Dreamer Designs has their own code system, and at some point I had printed out the, what do you call that, substitution, or not the, I have it printed somewhere. Where do I have it? I think it's in one of these. Here, this might be it. Yeah, see? The supposed Dreamer Designs. Someone sent me this at some point. So, yeah, if you haven't seen my ABs, I have them in these drawers. These are from like Art Dot, and I have them by color because when I add my own ABs, so if you're new to diamond painting, the ABs, I don't know if you can tell, if it'll show up. Maybe I should use one of the darker colors. It doesn't have one of the darker colors. The ABs have this coating on them that kind of give them a more metallic-y, I think it looks metallic-y look. So whenever I add them myself to diamond paintings, whenever I add them to my own things, then I just kind of pick some color, if that makes sense. It doesn't, I don't always do a DMC to DMC substitution. So AB07 is supposed to be 444. We'll see. Okay, my 444 is very full, so we're going to add it to the overflow. So I have them in these bottles so that I can easily get to them when I'm blinging up. And they're color coded because so that I can find the ones that I want right away. So this is, I only have have a bunch of pink and a white. Okay. AB05 is supposed to be 907. Do I not have 907 yet? I don't see it. Okay, so new. Okay. Oh, come on, all my 907 stickers have been taken. Have I not? Is it an orange? So at some point I made like these stickers. Okay, so it seems like 907 is used. It must be used for something else. Or am I not seeing 907? It has to be in here somewhere. I'm just tempted to see if I have like something similar in shade and I can just put it in there. So I have my colors in order of dark to light. So, and this one is pretty light, so I'm gonna put it probably between those two. Okay. Oh, this might actually be a DMC number, 893. At least I have a sticker for 893. I don't see 893. Okay, we'll do this one last. So this one says AV 963, so I don't need my colors thing here. Oh, I already have a 963s right here. Oh wait, I have two 963s. I see why. This one actually looks more like the one that's full. Can I fit it? Okay. $8.93 in darkness. And probably put it right here. and white. Okay, it looks like my 5200. Well, this 5200. My other 5200 is darker. There. All right. There's this kitted down. Oh, I have one more container. What's missing up here? Okay, I can take this off. No. Okay, there. And to make it prettier, we'll end with this, well, as much of this as you can see here. All right, so that's all I have for today. So thank you very much for watching and happy diamond painting. Bye.